routine flight between Sydney and LA for Oceanic Flight 815. Until... now, lost on a mysterious island, the survivors have more to fear than survival itself.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You killed us all.
Nothing is real!
Namaste, thank you, and good luck.
I think your friends just blew themselves up, brother.
I just saved us all.
I've got to go, and you've got to get as far away from here as possible.
Go where? Stop!
I'm gonna blow it down, Tom.
Who are you people? We're the good guys, Michael.
You push the button. That's an order.
All we really need to survive is one person who truly loves us.
Miss Whitmore, I think we found it.
This is the Lost Initiative from Sky One.
Hello, brother! Not bad, is it? I'm Ian Lee. We've just watched episode 17 of Lost, Catch-22, where we discover that Desmond was a failed monk with a taste for fine wine, a mysterious visitor drops in from above, and we wonder how many more times Desmond is going to have to save Charlie's life.
The Lost Initiative.
Very special guests this week, and what a surprise it is to see Paul Terry, editor of Lost magazine.
Hello.
Thanks for popping in. Geeky Tom.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a brief reaction to this episode 17.
No, it's a good one. One of the better ones actually of the season. I wasn't bored at any point through that episode.
You came in saying, "Oh, my mate said it wasn't that good this week."
Yeah, no, but it's good.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Paul?
Who the blimey hell is that woman?
Oh,
seriously?
There's
on.
So much in this. All right, listen. Let's start off. It's a Desi Fest, Desmond special, and we get a lot more insight into Desmond's superpowers.
I saw a sequence of events, things that are gonna happen.
What'd you see?
It was like a sort of jigsaw puzzle. Only I didn't have the picture in the box, so I don't know how the pieces fit exactly, but one of the pieces, the first one, it was you pulling the cable out of the sand.
So what are the other pieces?
I'll tell you that. It'll change the picture in the box.
Reference to the box there. I didn't pick up on that.
I didn't pick up on it. I didn't think it was important. Was it important?
What do you mean you don't think it's important?
Well, he's referencing like a puzzle box that a jigsaw puzzle would be in.
It's not anything about the box.
No.
God, looking too much into it.
What do you mean looking too much into it? I don't know if you've been watching Lost recently. There have been several references to a mysterious box.
Yeah, but he's talking about a puzzle box, isn't he?
Well, okay. How do we know that Ben isn't talking about the same thing?
Because he's never met Ben.
Seems a coincidence, doesn't it, that they both mention boxes?
Well, he mentions a puzzle box, and Ben's wasn't a literal reference to a box. He was just going, imagine a box.
Right.
Okay.
Imagine a puzzle box.
Yeah, but at a stretch, it could be. No. At a stretch, it could be related to the same. No.
Tom, it's not boring. This is interesting.
At a stretch, it could be. We're all agreeing with the same point. It could be the show referencing the same kind of thing, as in him saying, if you do that, you'll change something with the box in the same theme, not the same bloody box.
But that's just like saying, Ben said the word island, and so did Desmond.
No.
It's got to be some relation.
I'm going to give you a dead arm.
No, in the way that Ben talks to Locke about things being changed, and yeah, I know what I'm saying, and I think I know what you're saying,
but you just can't say
it's not the same box. It's just a thematic connection.
Boring.
There we go.
Puzzle flashes.
Oh no, yeah, they were good. Like those.
Yeah.
Nice bit of editing there.
Yeah, that was clever.
We've edited that. Nice one. Yeah.
Now Desmond is, for the first time, we see what he sees when he has one of these flashes, don't we? And it's kind of a bit confusing. He seems to be struggling a bit with his abilities, and I always thought that he got a clear image of what was going to happen, but it's...
he never said that. He never said it was...
All right. Now, Desmond is deliberately leading Charlie to his death, isn't he?
Yeah, a little unfair as it feels as watching the episode and thinking, oh, come on.
Well,
you would, right up until the point where he steps on the cable.
You would.
What, you'd willingly have blood on your hands for the rest of your life?
And I'd show it to
Tom,
everybody.
you're a harsh man.
I'd show it to Ian, and he'd thank me for having blood.
He'd what for you?
He'd thank me.
Thank you, right.
For having Charlie's blood on his... It's a particularly horrific way to die, getting a bolt through the throat.
Yeah, there's some... and he can't say anything, can he? He can't even scream, just to let the agony out.
Then why does Desmond change his mind? Is it conscience?
Yeah. He must be. Well, he must have been conflicted because obviously he thinks if he changes something, maybe it won't be, Penny. And interestingly, maybe that's related to it. He changed it. He changed events, so maybe that rippled through time and he changed it being Penny to somebody else. Ha!
That's interesting. If he hadn't saved Charlie, you think it could have been Penny?
I'm suggesting maybe, yeah. That'd be interesting. What if we talked a while ago about things affecting the whole time thing with what Desmond does? Maybe that's related to it.
Can he affect...
Maybe what he said about changing the picture on the box, maybe inadvertently that has happened.
In the time episode that we all chatted about, did we come to the conclusion that he could actually change time or not?
I don't think we came to any conclusion, but I think he has the
I think it was strongly insinuated that when the whole thing with the cricket bat in the pub, that must have changed something through time because he changed something. Simple as that. So,
who is the parachutist?
New character.
And by the way, thanks, Tom. When we were watching it, before he took the helmet going, oh yeah, that'd be the new character. Thanks a lot.
Well, it's not going to be Penny, is it?
I know what. Why don't you tell me that Echo dies before I see that episode?
How about Jin, yeah? We'll bring up Jin. No. I thought for a week that he was dead.
She's Portuguese.
She looks a little bit like Alex, actually. I thought there was an Alex about her.
Swarthy.
Good word.
It's a good word, isn't it? Now, in the bag, they find Catch-22 in Portuguese.
Yeah, nice.
Which is good. Now, and Paul, can you explain to idiots listening the Portuguese connection?
What with... I don't think I can.
He doesn't know. I pass it over to Tom.
Paul Terry from Lost Magazine.
Yeah, I can't believe he doesn't know.
What geeky Tom
complete tool.
You straight.
Go on, Tom.
The ice station, the two scientists there speak Portuguese for a period of time.
Oh, it was Portuguese, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Now, she recognises Desmond. Does she know him, or is it just because she's seen the photo that's in the book?
No idea, but I'm assuming that
sent by Penny, knows him absolutely.
But the photo thing, that's clear. If she's been reading that book with that's the reference, I would assume it's kind of like that's the guy you got to look for. You know, I think everybody would assume that watching it.
I would say she was sent by Penny, but she doesn't know him. She's never met him.
Yeah,
she's like a hired swarthy lady.
Otherwise, he'd recognise her. Surely he'd go, "Oh, hello,
I remember you.
Yeah, I'll meet you. We had a pint some years ago."
Is that the only picture Penny's got of them? you think you wouldn't give that one because that's quite a special one? He'd have this picture of Desi.
Maybe she colour copied it. It was on paper, wasn't it? It wasn't the original photo.
But one thing that has been brought up recently is there was only one photo taken when they had that shot taken, and it was given to Desmond, not given to Penny. So how has she got her hands on exactly the same photo?
It would be surprising if she was alone in the helicopter. I don't quite get how the helicopter crashed in the sea, yeah? Did it?
Yeah, but the bay was like bending round.
Yeah,
as she lands behind them.
Parachutes don't go straight down, they can go...
They don't go... The helicopter crashed 2 miles out to sea.
How did he get that where did he get 2 miles?
I know, I've said it quite a few times, haven't I?
It starts a mile. Yeah. It's getting longer.
It's a long, long way.
I'd say an average walkable distance.
What? Out to sea?
Well, if it was in a straight line on land, it would be a walkable distance.
I think that when whichever height she bailed out and opened the parachute clear of the helicopter, she would drift for a long way.
Exactly.
Where did the helicopter come from?
What was that?
Where did because now
aircraft carrier.
Well, this is it. Helicopters, I'm sure you know this, Paul, typically have a 2-hour fuel load, and the Black Hawk C helicopter can travel 475 nautical miles without refuelling. So it
just off the top of your head.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to jump in and correct you, and that was correct. So
thank you.
That's very good.
So yes, it must have come from something, from an aircraft carrier or from another island. Or
you'd assume so, but I'm more interested in why did it crash?
Yeah, because the plane crashed. We think because Desmond didn't push the button and that ripped the 815 open.
Yeah.
Why did the helicopter crash? Because surely everything is fine and dandy now.
And I think fans might brush over that. That's why it's important. I'm going to address that.
There's 2 options that I can think of why it crashed. Yeah?
Okay.
Well, when the button was pressed, we saw either the kind of big purple haze, or looked like a kind of a shield, either being turned on, or it kind of momentarily kind of wobbled and actually became visible to the eye.
Okay, well that's what's the second theory? Because that was
two of them. That was one. One of it actually got turned on, and there wasn't an actual barrier in the first place.
So they're saying the anomaly got turned on rather than turned off,
and then
that's interesting.
Or it became visible as it kind of fluctuates.
It's interesting, but it's not what happened. Now we've got an email from Jack, who says, okay, I thought I'd send in a theory I came up with after Expose. Which episode was Expose?
14, that was the Paolo Nicky one, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm fully prepared for it to be called a load of old guff, but here goes. Basically, Paolo, seeing Ben and Juliet in the Pearl Hatch, sort of confirmed that they know about and are seemingly in control of most of the hatches. This made me think, were they in control of the Swan Hatch before the Losties blew the top off? Could Desmond be an other in disguise? No. It just seems very strange that the others wouldn't be in control of such a powerful and important hatch, so it would be logical to have someone down there. I'm not saying that he was an other before he arrived, but he could have been turned by them or Kelvin. And that's from Jack. Paul, do you want to rip this one to shreds?
So what is he saying? He's saying that he's
Desi
questioning... He's no... is he? I didn't get that from it at all.
Well, the bit where he says, could Desmond be another in disguise? That's the bit... Right.
I switched off halfway through, that's how much I didn't pay attention to it.
You're having difficulty.
It's embarrassing, isn't it?
All right, I'll have another go at this.
Go on then.
Here we go. Let's say that, the hatch is actually manned by some ex-Dharma people, and they're going to be protecting it. And they can lock the front door... and the roof, it's pretty much impregnable, isn't it?
I got the impression that the others wanted to know what was going on in that hatch, and that's why they sent Ben as Henry Gale down there.
What?
Because they were cute, and that was the one they had no control over at all.
Maybe they didn't even know it existed.
I think they did know it existed.
They'd seen it. They'd seen it in the one where you can monitor all the other hatches.
Kelvin even says they're hostiles. So Kelvin was probably...
sorry, I mean before they went into the Pearl Station, because they can't tap into cameras from the Hydra, the offshore island, can they?
No, but they can from the Pearl.
But only from the Pearl it would appear. Or from the Flame, maybe. But they can't actually get inside. Do you know what I mean? They can't access cameras from the Hydra.
Okay, this is...
Well done.
Thanks very much, Jack.
That's the first time we've done that,
it was rubbish. Oh, now, I think we've got a caller on the Lost line. Hello, is that Arno?
Yeah, hi, Ian, how are you?
And now, you're the French genius that came on recently and blew our minds with a brainwashing theory.
Well, thanks. Thanks for having me back. It's good to be back.
We like you, and if Geeky Tom ever, for whatever reason, gets shot and can't make it, we want you down here with us.
Oh, that'd be my pleasure.
Thank you. To shoot Tom? That's interesting. Okay, so Arno, what have you got for us?
All right, I think the explanation for the magic box, the black smoke, and the four-toed people could possibly be found in the movie Forbidden Planet. Have you guys seen that movie?
A long time ago, yeah.
Which one's Forbidden Planet? I don't know.
The robot. Robbie the Robot one. Yeah.
Movie
oh, yes,
with,
I watched that. Well, when Knight Rider first started, the very first episode of Knight Rider was on opposite Forbidden Planet, and I had to make a choice, and I chose Forbidden Planet, and I regret that.
What? Poor choice, yeah.
Because Knight Rider's cool. Anyway, sorry, Arno,
No, what made me think of it is a couple of weeks ago, the scene with Kate, Juliet, and the black smoke,
yes.
And the black smoke being, throwing itself across the electromagnetic fence.
Yes.
That scene is extremely similar. It's almost identical to a scene in Forbidden Planet.
Yes.
And then I went back and watched the whole movie again, and I found a lot of parallels.
Okay, well, what are those parallels?
Okay, well, in Forbidden Planet, you have this... so let's say Forbidden Planet is actually the island, and you have this scientist who's called Dr. Morbius in the movie, and they could be the Dharma scientist in Lost. And basically, the scientist finds traces of an ancient civilization, which could be the four-toed people. And they were highly advanced, highly intelligent. They were called the Krells in the movie. And the scientist finds a lot of old machines from that civilization, and one machine in particular, which was supposed to be their crowning achievement, and ultimately proved the downfall of that civilization. And that machine, I'm going to actually... I've
got to tell you, this podcast is only 30 minutes long, so...
Okay. So the machine, I'm just going to quote from the movie, it's just 2 sentences.
Okay. Yeah.
The machine was operated by the electromagnetic impulses of individual Krell brains.
Nice.
The machine would instantaneously project solid matter to any point on the planet, in any shape or color they might imagine, for any purpose. creation by mere thought. And I think that's Ben's magic box right there. So basically, the user just needs to think of something, and that something just materializes somewhere.
So creation by pure thought.
Exactly.
Tom, there's more. I know. Can you do it in 20 seconds?
Yeah, 20 seconds. The Crow forgot one deadly danger.
Yes.
Their own subconscious hate and lust for destruction. From their nightmares and darkest repressed thoughts would materialize uncontrollable monsters from the subconscious, also known as monsters from the id, also known as the mindless primitive, and that's the black smoke.
Tom!
I do like it, but it kind of sounds like a super brain computer, so I can't really condone stuff.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
I like it. It's still science, but a bit more paranormal. I'm still more of a science man, although I like the idea.
Paul, what are your reactions, Sano?
I like the psychic projection link between the film. It could have influenced the story maybe in some way. I mean, they're fans of the genre, so I think it's extremely well observed by Arnaud.
Arnaud, listen, thank you very much. We have to move on, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers, fella. Take care.
All right, bye.
Good stuff. Okay, he's good, but he can talk for France.
It's very hypnotic. Yeah, it's very sort of soothing.
If you've got a theory you want to email us, or you want to come on the Lost line, then please send us an email to lost@sky1.co.uk. What are you smirking for?
He just said, it's very soothing, the French language, isn't it? It is. Almost hypnotic.
Okay, back to the episode if we can. Now, Desmond believes that he's managed to change the future.
You thought the only way you could get your girl back was if I took an arrow in the head. You're gonna sacrifice me.
The flashes don't happen exactly how I saw them. The picture changes. I was supposed to let you die, Charlie.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means it's bloody pointless. I keep saving your life. And what good has it done? It's just gonna keep happening again and again. Maybe that's the point, eh? Maybe it's a test.
Test?
My God, testing Abraham. He's at that field. Because I changed what I saw.
So by saving Charlie, has Desmond changed the future? You'd have to think so.
Well, maybe so, yeah.
Can Charlie ever trust Desmond again after this?
Well, it must be half of Charlie, because let's face it, even though he might sort of look at Desmond in a different way and think, oh, come on, like, you didn't tell me the entire truth, but he saved his life again, and that's surely the biggest thing of all of this, That's 4 times now he saved Charlie's life.
Tom, you were coming up with the theory that Charlie's going to sacrifice himself at some point.
Yeah, I think at one point he's going to find out that he's going to die, and it's going to, in some way, affect other people on the island, and he'll have to kill himself.
It makes sense, as much as I hate agreeing with you, because it really makes me feel nauseous.
Just your face when you say it, it's brilliant.
It does make sense. So it will be a nice little scene that Charlie knows he has to die, or other people, suffer as a result of him, and he'd be out of the show.
And everybody's a winner.
Everyone wins. Now, Desmond has sacrificed a lot. 2 marriages, a career in the army, a life of monkhood, and pushing the button for 3 years. He's had a pretty miserable time.
He's due a decent hand, I feel.
Oh, okay. Okay, now, wasn't it great when we found out why Desmond says, "Oh, brother"?
That was brilliant. I loved
brother.
It.
Because he's a monk, brother.
It's fantastically inaccurate, your impression.
Oh, shush. Better than that woman who I thought was an Irish.
I know, she's a Scottish.
His fiancée, I thought was an Irish. She's a Scotch.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And that awful bit of blue screen when he stands outside that house.
But wait,
you both said that, but what was wrong with that?
They're getting better. It's not the really dodgy American street made up to look like
sorry.
an
I want to know what's wrong with it.
I will tell you what's wrong. It was all right the second and third time you see it. The first time you see him standing on that street, you can see it's a blue screen.
Oh, okay.
As when you see behind the Land Rover that Penny's driving and you see that view of the hills, it was a rubbish blue screen.
If I've got the choice between blue screen and stupid set that's blatantly in America, I would do the blue screen, actually.
I think, because you said that, and then I looked at Desmond behind him. It was great.
Yeah, at least it's England.
Blurred.
Okay.
View,
The wine was called Moriah, biblical reference, is where Abraham was asked to kill Isaac.
A little harsh.
I don't really remember my Bible.
They said that in the show, that's not a fact.
All right, just calm down. Now, the monk that Desmond says he met, who is that, do you think? You had a theory, didn't you, Tom, I believe?
I don't know, the whole him blacking out,
yes,
and him waking up, where did he wake up? He didn't even know where he was.
Middle of the street, he said, flat on his back, middle of the street.
And he had some bloke standing over him with a rope as a belt. And it just seems to me that the whole time travel element, maybe someone's come back from the future to get him to go and...
Who do you think it is?
Course correction.
Yeah, to get him to go to the island. I think it might actually be him.
Desi. He's gone back in time to save himself.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Can you do that?
I think we'll find out in season 4.
Isn't Penny beautiful?
Yeah.
I'd never really paid any attention to her before, but I was having a right old look, and I thought, yes.
You'd fall through, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Quite jowly, though. Quite jowly.
What?
I like jowls. Now, we've got an email. Moving on. Moving on, from Genius Boy 9. One well-known phrase, think outside the box. This phrase means to think something else from the regular or normal.
Does it?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that. So, if we think of this in Lost terms, then this could mean that I know this is a waste of time me reading this, then this could mean that thinking inside the box could be the normal and could even relate to real events on Earth. So, if what Ben says is true, and that anything you imagine can become real, then maybe this could actually happen on Earth. Let me give you an example. Say John looked into the box and visualised that his father never pushed him out the window and broke his legs. Although this is in the past, we already know the island has the powers of time travel, so this would be Why are people sending us rubbish emails this week? Tom,
I can't even talk.
Put Genius Boy 9 in his place.
Have a word with yourself.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's have another email.
Fool.
Fool. I pity the fool. Hi, Lost Team. This question's been perplexing me and my brother, and no one else seems to be asking it. Why didn't the Losties... Yeah, we asked this the other week. Why didn't the Losties take advantage of the fact that the others have abandoned their houses? Surely they would all welcome the chance to live in houses again with proper bathrooms and fridges, etc. From Joe Astley, Stourbridge, West Midlands. Well, we mentioned this last week, that it seemed ridiculous that they've not... That Jack and Kate haven't said, hey, listen, we found a small little village. It's got fridges, it's got books and CDs, electricity, running water. Let's go and live there.
But in all fairness, would you give up?
Yes.
No, let me finish. Would you give
100%
up?
yes.
You fool.
Let's let him say something before we shout it down.
You trounce it. If you've got used to living for like 90 days in that environment on the beach where you've got it all sorted out, you've got all of it sorted out, and then it's go and live in a town which is incredibly frightening and ominous, rather, and has like a sonic fence around it, and there's a monster that attacks it. And you don't know anything about the others. You'd go and live there.
Yep. Sonic fence keeps out the monster. Remember,
but don't really know anything about the others, and you'd go and live in their homes.
I'd live in there, sleep in their beds.
Doesn't matter how
braver man than me.
Doesn't matter how ominous it is.
Shut up.
Of course you'd go and live...
It's a bed!
You'd go and live in them.
I'm all about sleeping in proper beds. I'd need a bed to sleep in.
Totally.
But this is
showers, fridges full of
TV.
food.
Yeah, but you know...
Well, we didn't see TV.
They probably have got TV.
They got CDs, though.
We did see TV. They rolled one in with a little tape cassette to... when she played in that.
Oh, but that's on the other island. We don't know if they have that as a norm.
Let's assume that they do.
We don't know that they get Everybody Loves Raymond over there, for example.
Well, if they had that, I wouldn't go and live there.
No, I wouldn't. That's okay. Now, Desmond already engaged to be married, and he broke it off to become a monk. Is that to become a monk, or because he bottled out and...
Well, he tells Ruth he had a calling, didn't he?
That vision, that calling.
It was a vision, Vision Quest.
But he had a rope belt on. I think that's going to be the big point. We're going to see someone either the end of this season or season 4 with like a rope belt or something, and they'll be like, oh yeah, that's the guy that told me to go.
Was there reference to the name Jack as well?
No.
There was about, something about blah, blah, blah. Thank goodness it wasn't someone Jack from the monk. He mentions the name of Jack, definitely.
I didn't spot that.
Yeah, rewatch.
Now, of course, we all spotted the picture, didn't we? On the...
Only when you pointed it out, actually.
Did you? Oh, yeah, yes.
It's pretty quick, actually. Yeah.
I've seen a close-up of it. It's one of those slightly dodgy photoshopped pictures that you can do in a booth in Namco
in
world.
A booth.
But yeah, if you missed it, when he is talking to the abbot on his desk, you get quite a good... You get 2 shots of it, actually. There is a picture of the abbot and Mrs. Hawking, who was in episode... Is it episode 8, Flashes Before Your Eyes?
Yeah,
the time travel
10
one.
points.
Who is the woman who refused to sell Des the ring. And you said that it looked like she was the abbot's mum. Is that kind of...
I think that's conceivable, yeah. Tom?
Yeah, I'll buy that. That works.
And Brother Campbell is definitely pushing Desmond to follow us a different route, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you think he's a future seer?
I don't know what connection he has. Maybe he is a Dharma plant.
Well, no, but he took money off Penny's dad for the wine. He said, thank you, Father, for the generous donation. Investing in what, exactly? But he's a patient man. If he's guiding him in a path, didn't Desmond take a vow of science for a year?
No, for a month.
Yeah. Was it a month?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it was a month.
But it's just...
That's not very impressive as a month, is it? Really?
We keep on looking past these huge coincidences, though, like Penny being there. Why is she there?
Well, because it's her dad and this monk have planned it.
Yeah, maybe that is a big whole plan to get Desmond on the island and everybody else on the island. It's a big plan.
That'd be awesome if it was.
It's a gigantic plan.
We've got another caller on the Lost line. It's Ollie. Hello, Ollie.
Hi, are you alright?
What have you got for us, Ollie?
Basically, I've got a theory. that Dharma are some sort of like experimentalists, like mad scientists sort of thing.
Yeah.
Now I reckon they've gone to the island and somehow discovered how to travel through time. So they've gone into the future and they've noticed that all women are sterile, like no one can have babies.
Yeah.
Now I think the numbers are actually a date. So as it's America, it'd be the other way around. So it'd be the 8th of April at 16 minutes past 3 in the year 2342.
Okay.
Numbers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I'm guessing that date is like the day that the last person on Earth dies or something like that. Now, I reckon Dharma have brought women back from the future, back to current time, to try and find out why they're all sterile, why they can't have babies.
Why would Dharma be worried about people 300 years from now?
Because it'd be the end of mankind. It'd be everyone's died out. Maybe because they've learned to travel through time, they want to know what's going on in future times.
It's quite a tasty theory, actually.
Although you did pull a face that was a little bit offensive as he started.
I did. I'll be honest with you.
You pulled what I would call a blem.
If you start, any who calls in and starts saying, "I think they're scientists," and we all balk at that a bit. But the Dateline thing, that's pretty interesting, actually. I like that.
Well, I've got a theory about the hostels as well.
Okay. Well, the hostels are the others, aren't they?
Well, I'm guessing that, yeah. But what I think is that the hostels at the time were like a religious group. That they thought that if the world's going to end, like all of mankind are going to die out, then it should happen. So they plan to, like, somehow start the making women sterile. Like they find a chemical or something like that, and that's actually the start of it. So now I'm guessing that the others now feel like, well, we've like contradicted ourselves, sort of thing. We're saying that the world should have ended, but we've actually made it end, sort of thing. So I'm guessing that maybe that's why they've brought Juliet to the island, to try and, you know what I mean, try and stop.
What, so they are actually the good guys? What, the others are actually doing a good thing then?
I don't know, I'm guessing, yeah.
You're guessing quite a lot, it seems, Ollie. Tom, you've been silent and polite, I think, through Ollie's rant. What do you make of it?
It's all right, I suppose.
Oh, God. I thought we'd get a little bit more reaction.
I don't know, yeah, the date thing's all right, but,
The date thing's interesting, actually.
Yeah,
I like that.
But the whole religious cult, mate, I'd stick with your date idea.
Ollie, mate, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good lad, get back to work.
Yep, thank you.
If you want to come on the Lost Line, then please send us an email with a little bit about yourself, including your phone numbers.
That always helps.
Does help, because we don't let you call us. We call you. Send it to lost@sky1.co.uk. The thing about the date, actually, that's quite nice, isn't it?
It does actually work.
It's quite nice, actually, yeah. He's thought about that.
Yeah. OK, Paul, thanks very much.
Thank you.
In 2 words, today's episode.
Desmond,
Geeky Tom, always good to see you, sir. 2 words.
Can I have 3?
No.
Okay, die, Charlie. I was going to put die at the end. Die, Charlie. Die, because that had a much more ring to it.
Calm down. You're scaring everyone.
They'll leave it in the edit.
Next week's episode 18, DOC. What does that stand for? DOC?
Doc?
No, it's D... It's like cash on delivery backwards.
It's Doc. Doctor.
Well, DOA is dead on arrival. So
it's letters. It's an acronym.
Yeah.
Acronym.
Well, it says Doc, doesn't it?
Well, no, it says D full stop O full stop C.
Doctor, Doc. Department of Culture.
It's on Sunday, 10 p.m. on Sky 1. Repeated the following Wednesday at 10 p.m. on Sky 1, and then on Sky 2 Sunday at 7 p.m. We'll be back next week to talk about DOC. I'm Ian Lee, and until then, hello, brother. Namaste.
The Lost Initiative is a Cohen production for Sky 1.
I've tried, brother. I've tried twice to save you, but no matter what I try to do, you're gonna die, Charlie.
The hell?
Charlie!
Don't touch it.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
Just breathe, huh? Don't try to talk, mate. We've got to get back.
No! You help! I can't!